for us. Always a fun day to get a chance to celebrate recruiting, especially this 2019 class. Obviously, for those of you that cover us all the time, y'all know we signed pretty much everybody in December, and had a couple that we added today, and then some preferred walk-on guys that we're excited about joining us as well. December, we signed 27 guys. 17 mid-year, so those guys literally moved to Clemson while we were in California, and were waiting on us when we got back and had a chance to go through the parade and the banquet and all that stuff. So really kind of neat, seeing those guys when we got back. Haven't had a chance to be around them very much since then, to be honest with you, so I'm excited about getting plugged in. But today we signed Mikey Dukes, as y'all know, the running back out of First Baptist, and really a guy that we've tracked for a long time. He's been in our camp, and small school, but well coached, winning program, and a guy that is dynamic. He can do a lot of things. He's great in space. He's got good ball skills. He's a great basketball player, and a young man that we think really fits what we're looking for at that position. So really big to get him in the fold there. And then Mason Trotter from Dorman, offensive lineman. Really excited about Mason as well joining us. And then 9 preferred walk-ons, 1 offensive lineman in Matt Cranford. He's from down there at Hartsville, and 3 receivers, Hampton Earl from right here at Daniel, Ty Herbstreet from NBA in Nashville, and then Hamp Green from Mountain Brook High School in Birmingham. We got a kicker, Jonathan Whites from down there at Portugal, rival of First Baptist and Mikey Dukes, but another great school, and same school that Stanton Seconder came from. But Jonathan's an outstanding kicking prospect, and really fortunate to have him come be a walk-on. D lineman Nick Edis, which is actually Coach V's nephew, so we're excited to have him join us. He's about a 265-pound big athletic kid that we think will be a good addition to that D-line. Got 2 linebackers, both from Daniel, David Cody and Matthew Maloney, 2 kids we know a lot about. This will be the 3rd Cody boy to roll through here, and Kyle just finished up. What a gritty player he was for us, and Peter's in his journey right now, and now getting David. David's big. He's built a little different than Kyle and Peter. They were DBs, and David's a linebacker, and then same thing with Matthew Maloney. What a great kid. I've known him since he was in elementary school and have watched him grow up, and he'll be a great addition to our program. And then Jake Herbstreet is the corner. So he and Ty are twins, one wide out and one DB. So we're just excited to have all those guys join our program. It's a big day for everybody, and so today is, even though we had the signing day in December, today is a celebration of the completion of the class, and really, to me, it's kind of turning the page and being able to put our eyes forward on the 2019 team and getting started. But we had a challenge in this class. I mean, the winningest class in college football history just walked out the door. You talk about some impactful young people, graduates, leaders, just so much a part of our culture here, unbelievable competitiveness and toughness. All those guys walking out, it's important that we do a great job with this class. And time will tell, but I really feel like that this group is going to continue to help us be a consistent program on and off the field, because I think that they have bought into who we are and the way we do things. And so just really excited about this group. It's the biggest group we've signed, and it's and again, to have 17 of them here is huge, for especially this team with so many seniors gone, in particular at D tackle. Otherwise, I don't know how we'd practice this spring. So we got a couple guys out due to injury, and so we're going to run a bunch of freshmen out there. So it should be a lot of fun. But from a class standpoint, we've never signed the #1 recruiting class in the country, and I'm not sure we ever will. But this is another top 15 class. I think that's 9 in a row, and I think probably one of the things that we do better than a lot of people is really evaluate, the people and evaluate to the fit of our program. And, so our guys do a great job of that. And this class in particular, I think for me, as I get out on the road and go and see all these places, I mean, this class comes from 14 states. So I've literally been everywhere, coast to coast, with studying these guys and meeting their families and the schools and so forth. And it's really cool for me to be able to confirm and affirm why they chose Clemson. And it's easy for me to see that on the back end when I go in, because I can only go one time when they're a senior from a contact period standpoint, where you can actually talk to them. When I go by schools and they're juniors and stuff, it's evaluation time, so it's different. But when I can go and have conversations and go to homes and things like that, it's really cool for me to see why they chose Clemson, and it's very obvious to me why they chose Clemson. So the brand again is strong, 14 different states, and going to be a fun group. Y'all gonna enjoy covering these guys over the next several years and watching how it all plays out. But again, time will tell, because down the road it's all based on performance and not potential, and it's based on graduation and decision making and all those things. So y'all have heard me say many times, I always think we got the recruiting thing backwards. It should be, I think we should right now be evaluating class 4 years ago, because then it, like I said, it's more data driven as opposed to potential. And but potential-wise, I really, really like this group. We got a lot of work to do, but, man, I'm excited to get started with them. I'm thankful for these players. I'm thankful for their families, for their belief in our program, and then I'm also thankful for the job of our staff. I mean, it's just a never, ever ending process when it comes to recruiting. But I love it. That's to me, one of the best parts of college coaching is, you have the opportunity to be able to, recruit to your program, and guys have to choose you. It's not like the NFL where you just draft somebody and they have to come whether they want to or not. This is a really cool dynamic in college football because people have to have choices, and when they choose to come be a part of it, I just think it's really cool. And man, our staff does an unbelievable job of going out on the road and articulating who we are and what our core values are, what we're all about as a program, what the expectations are, and just getting guys on campus. I think that is huge. And then once they get on campus, I mean, it's just the totality of Clemson. This is a special place, and it's so many people who drive that. And I just really appreciate everybody's effort from top to bottom, and people are excited to welcome this group. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and again, for me personally, 17 guys that we can start coaching up is going to be pretty cool. I know we're not getting into spring ball, but for us right now, we're going to take a little break. We're really excited about that because we really have not had one since before we went out to the Cotton Bowl. We had a couple days there before the Cotton Bowl, but it's been a lot going on since that time. So the staff really just needs a few days to kind of reset a little bit, and then we're going to come back in here next Wednesday and a big staff meeting and really start our diving into our quality control, our self-evaluation, our player evaluation, our offense, everything we do, and then we also start our all-in drills next Wednesday afternoon. So that'll be a lot of fun, and that'll be the first day that those mid-years really question why they came mid-year. So, like, really, we signed up for this? So that's always a fun day, and then we start spring ball 3 weeks from today. Which I'm pumped. I wish we could start next week because I'm ready to get on the field. This team is going to be very different. The dynamics are going to be very different. That's what's so much fun for me in college football is because your team changes. The dynamics of your teams change so much from year to year. Obviously, last year we had this veteran defense and all these grown men up front, but man, we were Going to be a little different on the offensive side with some new people coming in to compete and stuff. And but now most everybody's back offensively, but defensively, we're built a little differently. I think our linebackers and our secondary is going to be really good. Really good, and it's going to be exciting to see some guys get their opportunities. I can't wait to see, Shaq Smith run out there this spring with that first group, and let's just see what him and Oskowski and Isaiah Simmons can do. It's going to be O'Kendall Joseph and JD and those guys, Trey. I mean, they've been around here a while, and so it's going to be neat. Chad Smith and some of these guys, and then you look at all those guys that played last year in the secondary, the experience that they got, and those two young corners that got experience last year, and kind of growing them up a little bit more. I think our ends are going to be a lot of fun, a lot of hunger, a lot of talent. We got some decent experience there, and then you have D tackle, where we literally have zilcho, and so Todd Bates he got some work to do. It's going to be a lot of fun, but. Niles Pinckney. So the ironic thing is, and I always say that God never says oops, and glasses always half full. But Todd Bates, we talked about this the other day, but Niles Pinckney had to have surgery on his pec. He had a little slight tear in his pec, so he's out for spring. But we know Niles can play, and Niles will come back this summer ready to go. Had an excellent year in his sophomore campaign, and then Jordan Williams. He was over there playing basketball a week or so ago, but he's had to have some type of screw or something put down in his leg.